Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Well, hey there, everybody. How's it going? Nice to see you all. Thanks for showing up. So this is Boss Ass Witch episode 3. And I have quite a lot to talk about. So let's see. Well, today I'll just start with my day because my day was cool. Avalon, she had a Nutcracker performance at the Festival of Trees. And the Festival of Trees is a Maryland festival indoors at the Maryland State Fairground. And the proceeds all go to the Kennedy Krieger Foundation, which works with autism and I think behavioral issues and just helping those kids out a lot. So that was really cool. And she danced in the Nutcracker, and she was in the Children's March, and she was also a mouse in the Rat King fight scene, if you guys are familiar with the Nutcracker. So that was really cool. She did great. She owned this stage. She was really scared and she cried and she had stage fright because this was the first performance of their whole Nutcracker session, and they have like 8 of them. So it's crazy. I didn't think I would be a dance mom, but Avalon has made me a dance mom because Avalon loves dance. And so that is what's going on with that. Oh, well, everybody. So let's see. I think that I would like to have a conversation with you all about, well, it's a big conversation. So I guess I'll just, can Isaac be a guest one week? He is so cute and happy, and absolutely he could just sit here and give you all your baby fixes because he's great. Aradia is really funny too, and so is Brayden, my will-be stepson at some point. If we get married, we just got engaged, so who knows? But I digress. I don't know if you all have seen some of, I guess, the critiques against me, or really just, you know, well, I'm glad that I'm helping you calm down. It's like, I just read that over here in the in the little group chat thing, which is cool. Hi everybody. Nausea sucks. Anxiety sucks too, man. I don't actually have anxiety, but I have very close people to me that have anxiety, and man, gosh, we could have a whole show on just that, because I swear one of my best friends growing up, she had social anxiety really bad, but I didn't even know that, because when we would hang out together, she was like funniest person in the world, like hilarious, and just cracked me up and always had something really funny to say and was always really outgoing. And then I would be like, come on, girl, let's go out. And she would just get like sick. And I mean, I just never understood. And I like, it's one of my things I feel really bad about, because I always really pushed her and just didn't have an understanding of what anxiety was, and that it was like, can be very crippling to people. And that just, it's something I thankfully I haven't really had to deal with. The Big Brother house caused a great amount of anxiety. So that was definitely a lot of paranoia and craziness. Yeah, social anxiety definitely sucks. A lot. Yeah. I would like to talk about, thank you for saying that my edit didn't really give me, or let's say my strategic side wasn't really shown on the show. I agree, you know, sometimes I had it right, sometimes I didn't. I mean, after Brett lied on me, I probably blamed him for every problem I had, even though he was really only the cause of that one big blowout thing that was just so crazy. People want me to address something that I feel like goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it. It's never okay to say the N-word, period. It's atrocious, vile. That's not okay. It's not anything I stand for. That's not anything I would ever agree with. BLM is not a terrorist group. They're a great group of people. When the Freddie Gray, I call it the uprising, people might call it the riots here in, like, around Baltimore happened. I mean, I tread it very lightly because I am a white woman, surprisingly enough to, I guess, no one, but I'm white. So I didn't want to step on anybody's toes. I really just wanted to be there to listen to what people were saying and hear them and support. So we handed out like water bottles, and it's horrible that people are still ignorant to the way that those kind of words can be hurtful and have such history and are just, I mean, you know, I'll say fuck all day because, I mean, it's a great word, but, you know, I don't really think anybody can understand why we would feel so linked to a group of people, even if they said questionable things, which are absolutely unacceptable. And I can only own whatever I said. I can't own anybody else's stuff, but I can say what I think is right and what I think is wrong. And I can stand in that. And I would never speak about somebody like that. But what I was trying to say is that living in the Big Brother house is, I really can only liken it to what I imagine boot camp would be like. You go through this insane experience with people, and, you know, quite honestly, some of them you might not really like, but you're bonded, and it kind of gets that feeling of family. Like, everybody's got somebody in their family that they don't really like, but they still, you know, hey, great to see you. You know, I mean, I will not call out anybody specifically that I was in that house with, because I talked a lot of shit too. I mean, I don't even know exactly what I said because I haven't watched myself on the live feeds or really on the show past episode 8. But apparently at some point I said that I don't like white people or something along those lines. I really don't know. That's what people keep saying. So I mean, that's not, I'm white. I love myself. I'm fucking awesome. You know, that's not true. I don't like the manifest destiny culture of we can take what's ours and own everyone, and everybody else should just pull themselves up by the bootstraps. Because, I mean, obviously, you know, if you're having a harder time, I mean, I don't have a harder time. I don't like that. I don't know, you know, does that, I don't know if I'm getting across what I'm trying to say here. It's my place to be able to say what I think is okay and what I don't think is okay. I don't feel like it is my place to fillet somebody publicly that I could call on the phone and let them know what my feelings are. It's not entertainment for me to have those conversations with people. It's not anything that I would want to, I mean, I would really, what I would like is for people to be able to say for themselves, that was really fucked up what I said. And you know what? I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if it hurt you. And I will never know what it's like to live your life. And I will never know what it's like to walk in your shoes. But I'm here to listen. And I'm here to listen. And I want to hear what you have to say. But I can't make anybody else say that to somebody. And I can't make them think that. I can't. All I can do is say that I will listen. And I will try to grow as a person. I can't own other people's shit. Period. I mean, I can't. I won't, because I don't even agree with it. So, I mean, how am I going to stand there? Now, what I can say is that every single one of those people that I went through that experience with, understands the experience that we all went through. And there's not a lot of people that do understand that. I didn't understand it. I would watch Big Brother and I would say, why is this person crying? Get a fucking grip, okay? Like, you're in there and you're playing a game. It's just a game. And you don't even have to go to the grocery store. Like, you don't even have to go to work. Like, what's your problem? Why are you crying? And then you're in there and it's this crazy head game. And it's like, I mean, it messes with your mind. So a lot of me would like to believe that things said under duress are not actually the opinions of the people, but I do fully agree that you need to own the things that you said, you know, and you need to say that was not okay and apologize for what you said. An apology, it means so much when you can look somebody in the eye and truly be genuine about it and say that you're sorry for saying something that hurt them or not understanding or coming from a place of ignorance. And thank you for them explaining to you exactly why it affected them that way. That means so much. And I'm going to say, and I can, like I said, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for what you all want to do. I can't speak for what I would do if I was you. But I feel like a lot of times forgiveness isn't for the other person. It's for you. Because being angry and mad, and no, not letting people get away with shit. Absolutely not. But being angry and mad and just seething over somebody else is like you drinking the poison and waiting for them to die. That's not going to work. Some people will never fucking own their shit. They'll never own it. I've lived a fair amount of life and I've met a fair amount of people. And yes, I mean, I think some of you know what I'm talking about and some of you don't. Like I said, I'm not going to publicly blast any one of those people that I went through that experience with. But I will say what I feel about some of the things that were said. I will say that, you know, it didn't go unnoticed. I mean, like, I lived in a house with all these people. I didn't say the things that I said coming from nowhere. There were things that led up to that. And that's really, I mean, I think that's really all that I can say on that. I really just, I feel like I'm sorry that what I can be sorry about is that I've been private messaged or DM'd or whatever about how people are hurt by me maintaining a relationship with someone that used such a hurtful word. And for that, I get it. And I'm listening and I hear you. It's just, like I said, there's so few of us. I feel like a boot camp or a military situation. You may not even like that person, but they still went through what you went through. And at the end of the day, there's so little of you that can ever talk about that ever and have somebody fully understand. I mean, shit, my family doesn't even understand. They don't understand. Nobody will understand what it is to be trapped in that house until you get to do it. And that's real talk. And that's not excusing anything that anybody says that they should own up to and should absolutely have, you know, some talks on. And I hope to God that anybody that said anything offensive or hurtful has grown as a person. I feel like I have, you know. I think that, I don't know, it upset our parents when I said that I like white people. That's not true. It's not true. I mean, I love all people at the general sense of it. I really try to find the good. You know, Erykah Badu, who I absolutely love, got in trouble for something. I think it was on Twitter, and she found something that she liked at a certain point in Hitler. And that got her in a lot of stuff. But that was really like finding something in the most hated man. I mean, there's definitely been a lot of megalomaniac, horrible people. I'm coming from a Jewish background, so in my realm and world, that's a really bad one. And if you can find something good in him, then damn. I mean, that's some work. Like, let's see. So, I mean, that's really, I guess, the people that come at me about what one little blurb that I said, you know, me and Bay had some hours-long conversations about race relations in America. I mean, hours, days. It was one of the biggest things that we talked about because I'm from a very diverse area and I just didn't understand, I guess, everywhere else. I just figured that like everywhere was like the DMV, and Bay said, you know, as a flight attendant, she's experienced a lot of different places and that really I would feel at home where I was and probably in Atlanta, which I would love to go to Atlanta. That would be incredible. But what got shown was something along the lines of, you don't like normal white people, and then a laugh or whatever. And, you know, I mean, like I said, the culture of not having empathy and not listening and talking over other people is not just a white people thing. It's, I don't know, maybe just a human thing that we all need to grow from and learn to listen. Just listen. If somebody is telling you that their experience is different from yours and explaining all the different things about their experience, don't say, I don't believe that because I've never had to deal with that. Go, damn. I mean, I've never had to deal with that. Same words, totally different meanings. It's so important to listen to other people and to hear them, not just what I guess maybe all of us do. I do sometimes, where you just get the glazed over. No, if somebody's telling you something important, listen, you know, hear them out. And so I guess that's really what I wanted to say about that, because I made a compliment thread on Twitter and I got flack from people for complimenting every single house guest. And I was feeling very, at the moment, I had Thanksgiving the day before, and we were at a tattoo shop and I was planning out my big brother tattoo. So I was really thinking of every single house guest that was there with me. And so I was like, you know, it would be cool to say something nice, if I can think of something nice, about every single house guest. Not excuse everything wrong with any one of us. I mean, but just try to say something cool about each one of them, because, and I don't know if this is true, but along the course of the whole way, I heard that 60,000 people auditioned for Big Brother 20, and the 16 of us made it on. So are we 16 of the worst people ever, and that's why we all got put in a house? I don't know, maybe. Scotty and I had a theory that we were all narcissists. And and all just loved ourselves so much. And it was the battle of the narcissists. But whatever it was, we all got picked. And that is kind of special. Let's see. I'm going to just go over here and look at some of the words. Some of your words. Do I recommend fans still try out? The fandom seems discouraging. Is it worth it? Totally worth it. I mean, for every 5 comments that are negative, you get 10 comments of people that were like, wow, you really are awesome. I mean, I am, you know, I'm blown away by how many people recognize me. That's just so crazy. At the Festival of Trees today, this was funny. This is totally switching subjects, which is fine because I'm pretty. Hi, Aaron. I said hi to Aaron because I was asked to. So anyway, at the Festival of Trees today, these people, they were working one of the stands where you could buy like a souvenir or something, and they were like, hey, do you watch Big Brother? And I was like, why? Well, you look just like this girl that was on the show, but she was a whole lot fatter than you are. I was like, oh yeah, I've heard that before. I heard she was a bitch. That really happened, but they were like, she's a lot bigger than you. Let's see. That's true. I'm gonna go through these things and see. Yeah, also, like, I will say that too, because I just read that. Say little person. There's a lot of little people. If you're gonna go with, you know, this word hurts me, here's the history and the obvious reasons, don't then. I think it's hard to prove a point while doing the same thing, basically. I mean, you have to be like, hey, I won't say that anymore, but like, dude, for real, like, learn some history. Yes, I'm so excited about the Hive reunion for Kevin and the basketball game. And I love Finesse, but I'm Team Swaggy on this. So just saying, I think Swaggy's going to kill the game. I'm actually going to sing the national anthem. So that's pretty cool. At the game before they play. Let's see. I hope my moderators haven't kicked anybody out, because really, I don't mind if you all say ignorant shit, because I'd really like to address it. I'm like, I hate these like no face, 0 followers people just coming off with like random ass statements. Like, let's talk about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Here's where I hit the block button, because I really do want to hear people out, and I really do want to open a conversation and talk to people. Like, I actually not spoke with, but like interacted with somebody on Facebook who was like a huge critic of me the entire time. And he was like, your house looks really nice for you being so poor. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? And he was like, you hate rich people. And I said, no, dude. Like, here's the thing. I went on Big Brother on a crazy chance to try and win $500,000 for my family. Period. I left my family to go try to win $500,000 for my family. All I wanted was a house. I want to own a house. It's a big, you know, American dream. Want to own a house, want to have a yard, all of that. That was it. So when trapped in the house with a bunch of 20 somethings, which is great. I was there too. Being 20 is awesome. 25, 27. I was so hot when I was 27. I mean, really, like that was probably the hottest I've ever been. I understand that they were single and they had their lives ahead of them. I wasn't trying to compare anything or lessen the reasons that they were there. All I was trying to say was, I'm here for my family. I'm not here for a modeling career. I'm not here for X, Y, and Z. I'm here to win this money to buy a house. Period. That's it. So he was like, wow. And I said, did I talk shit? Absolutely, I talk shit. Can you imagine being trapped with somebody that you work with that you cannot stand when you come into work? You're like, damn, I'm working with so-and-so again. Oh, but you know that you only have to be there for 5 or 6 hours. And then being trapped with that person stomping on your last nerve, you're going to talk mad shit. You're going to try not to, but damn, it becomes like obsessive because there's nothing else to distract you from the fact that this person is working your nerves. So I said that to him and he was like, I judged you for being judgy and I want to apologize for that because inadvertently you just showed me that was a judgment that I passed on you. And so I really like to hear the people that, I mean, not like if they're like, ew, gross. It's like, all right, dude, like, I mean, or lady or whoever. You think I'm ugly? Cool. You don't have to look at my face. There are so many other faces to look at. Google face, go find one. It doesn't have to be mine. But if there's a legitimate, like, here's why I wasn't vibing with you, that's where I'm ready to have a conversation. Cool. Let's open it up. Maybe I'll learn something from it. Maybe I can grow as a person. Maybe I can become a better me just by having this talk and listening to you and hearing you out. Like, I'm not opposed to that. I love that. I love growth. Like, really. Main reason I am the way I am is because I listen and learn from people. You don't have to, if you listen and you learn from others, then you sometimes can avoid having a bad experience because somebody can say to you, this was my experience and this was where I went wrong with it. Don't do this. And you can be like, damn. Yeah. I mean, that's, that's what I think about that. So I don't know. An assignment of try to listen and hear somebody out coming from a different point of view. And I understand being angry. I understand that. I definitely understand being angry sometimes, but I think that, so when I was younger, I used to like go to protests and I used to really just activist, or want to be. I was active. And then once I had kids, I would say I became more like a slacktivist because I was like, damn, you know what? If I could just, me standing here yelling at somebody isn't changing their minds at all. It's to them proving their point. Oh, look at this snowflake, blah, blah, blah. I figured, once I had a radio, I was like, maybe my best contribution to the world would be putting some non-asshole people out there. Some real cool people into the world that will grow to be adults. Because, I mean, it's very cliche, but very true. Kids are the future. And I am raising amazing people that won't be assholes. And there's 4 of them. So that's 4 cool people out there. Let's see. What hair color am I going to dye my hair next? I like purple. I'm going to keep going purple for a while. I have long purple hair. It's growing. And that'll be fun. Yeah, see, my dark roots are coming in, so I'll have to get it done soon. But it fades really cool. Let's see. That's true. Yelling doesn't change hearts. Unfortunately, I wish I could yell my way to having people listen. Often it's a knee-jerk reaction though. If people get yelled at, they're like, well, fuck you then. Instead of like, hey, I want to hear what you have to say. Let's have a real conversation. And some people, you know, if you don't already know this, I hate to break it to you. Some people will never in this lifetime change. They'll never be open to a conversation and they'll die lonely and ignorant. And that's their sad truth. That's not yours. So, I mean, some people you can talk, you can yell, you can try and get the good words into them until your face is blue. But that's also not anything you should turn your face blue, expending energy on other people like that. Nah, you got to work on yourself. I mean, all we can really do is be the best people that we can be and try and lead by example of what is right, what is okay, what is not okay, what is absolutely not okay, and how to make amends if something is said or done that isn't okay. You know, I mean, we are humans. We are not perfect. I'm not, I mean, obviously, I guess you guys know from the show that I am not a Christian, but I always loved the saying, the only perfect person died on a cross, because really not a one of us is perfect. And I mean, that could get us into a conversation about a whole bunch of different deities, but that was just something that my friend's mom used to say growing up. So I always really like that. Like, you know what, damn, I am human. I am gonna fuck up. I am gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna say some fucked up shit and not even realize it. And then somebody's gonna say, hey, that was really not cool. And I'm gonna go, well, why? And then they're gonna tell me, and then I'm gonna understand. Yeah. Yes. Gia's mommy. She says, I've learned so much watching people I don't want to be like. I had a boss, my first boss, that was, he owned a nightclub, and I cocktail waitress there, and then I bartended there, and then I was a manager there. And he taught me what not to be. Everything that he said and the way that he treated people, I was absolutely like, this is the perfect example of how not to own a business, how not to treat people. This is a great lesson in itself. This guy sucks. And I will do everything in my power not to be like him, and to be a good boss and a good manager and to take care of my people, because who the hell wants to go to a nightclub with a bunch of miserable ass people? I can't think of why anybody would want to do that. If I could get another tattoo, what would I want it to be? I am going to get another tattoo. I can tell you about it, which is what made me do the compliment thread on the Twitter. I'm going to get a quarter sleeve right here. It's going to have 16 honeycombs to represent all the house guests, and it's gonna have 2 honey bees for BB and the Roman numeral 20, and then 5, even though maybe 6 because Swaggy's in the hive, but he's in the hive in our hearts. But 5 of the honeycombs like extra highlighted for the hive, and that is gonna be my next tattoo. So I'm very excited about that.
Someone wants to know about paganism. Why don't you tell everybody about what's next to it?
Oh, well, that's great. So next week, Ariana is coming through, and she had some things to say to me. I respect her so much, and she's very knowledgeable. She had some feedback when I did my episode on paganism, and she really wanted me to get across that what I was saying was my belief system, because paganism is really an umbrella for many different beliefs. And she is more seasoned in life than I am. And she actually married me and my first husband, and she does tarot, and she's just incredible. She was on Dr. Oz and like other shows, and she's in a band that I love, a fairy band named Kiva. So anyway, she's going to be on next Sunday. She's going to come by, have some dinner with us, and then kind of we can really get into that and speak on it. My personal belief system is, having to do with a goddess, worshiping a goddess, and that can be really the goddess or specific goddesses, Parvati, Sarasvati. This is Aphrodite or Aphrodite. So it's pretty cool that she's coming by. It's pretty cool that she's given us the time. I have some other people that will be coming by too. One of which will be an 18 and over episode. So I'll get into that more once we actually pick the time that they're coming through. So I'll make sure that is definitely made well aware of, that one is not for the kids. Oh, Pagan Princess, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate everybody being respectful, but like I said, talk your shit if you got it to say. I would say that to everybody. I really don't want to be dismissive of anything anybody wants to say and having their voice. And I want people to know that this is a place where you can come and talk your shit and let me know what's going on, and we can chat it out. Chris and I are trying to figure out how to get a phone. I have a phone, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously. I have a phone, and we're trying to figure out how to have like a call-in line, so that we can be like, "Hey, caller, you're on the air," and then we can totally talk to all of you, which would be great. It'd be really cool if you don't already subscribe. If you could hit the subscribe button, that would be awesome. I appreciate that. Am I eating vegan food like Bay does? No. I eat meat as well as vegetables. I love vegetables. I love fruits. I can cook vegan food. It is a bit more expensive to get the meat substitutes, and I have some picky eaters in this house. Chris is a picky eater. And he's an adult, so it's hard to to cook. And I'm not cooking a whole separate meal for myself. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm cooking what everybody wants, what everybody's gonna eat, and that's it. My Thanksgiving was great. Went over to my mom's house, and my stepdad was there. I don't know if you guys know this, but he had a stroke while I was in the jury house, and he's doing like 1,000% better. That's why I didn't stay and go to any of the after parties or anything like that. I mean, also I wanted to see my kids and Chris, but like Lars having a stroke was a big deal. I had to get home and be with my family. I love Haley. Haley should have been the HOH of everything. What are we talking about over here? I think basically, I guess y'all are just talking over there, which is cool. Yeah, I mean, basically what I wanted to say is that, like, I guess I wanted to make a public statement about what I think about certain words and thoughts and expressions, and just kind of, I mean, that's all I can do. All any of us can do is own our own shit. That's it. And when you own it, then you be like, yeah, I did that. It was fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am working to improve myself in these ways. And that's, life is a journey, not a race. It's not, we're not speeding to the finish line. Finish line is who knows what, you know? The finish line is you're finished. I'm slowly strolling along my journey, trying to take in as many sights as possible. I am honest. Not very good in the game of Big Brother. Pretty cool for relationship building though, in real life. So that's it. Was Brent less or more annoying in the jury house? Brent was fine in the jury house. He, I don't know, maybe he was scared because they had real knives in there. I wouldn't really stab anybody, probably. I mean, I didn't, so no, he was fine. He was, he was cool. I have not spoken to him outside of the house, jury or Big Brother. I mean, I did speak to him in the jury house, but, yeah, please don't send me to jury with Black Star, right? Because we have real knives in there. That's, I think, I'm convinced that's why he said that. I did not FaceTime him, winky face. Yeah, no. I did give him my phone number, though, which, you know, he's yet to use. Total weak move. Well, I don't know. I guess we had time for, like, questions, conversation topics. If you all want to hit, well, we definitely have a show scheduled for next Sunday, and I'm planning the other one that's 18 and over, but I gotta figure that out when that's gonna be. So, you know, if you guys have any questions, concerns, my inbox is not open on Twitter, but is available on my website, amfnrockstar.com. There are shirts there. There are stickers there. There are pictures of me there if you just need a fix. I'm definitely always available to talk and answer questions. I have a Facebook, Angela Lantry. That's my bio dad's name. That's why I don't really claim it, but whatever. Twitter, Mrs._a Rockstar. Instagram, Angela MFN Rockstar, my fun neighbor. And I guess that's, you know, almost about it. I don't know. Oh, here we go. What was it like learning about everything that happened while I was in the house? Must have been crazy catching up on everything. Yeah. Super crazy. Catching up on everything. Still getting shown new things every day. But like the things that people were saying, they're like, oh my God, can you believe this person said this about you? Yeah, I can actually totally believe they said that about me. I believe it. Mrs. Fights with Stan Twitter while BB was airing. Yes, I think Chris misses those too. I think that he misses a good Stan scuffle, if you will. Chris is great, for sure. And, you know, Metro D's in here. Metro D is great. I don't know if y'all follow him, but he's blue on my screen. Was there anything in the news that I missed that shocked me? I was sad that Aretha Franklin died. That was upsetting. So, I guess, you know, in conclusion, I'm sorry if anything I've done has offended any of y'all. You can hit me up. And if not, then I'm happy about that. Because really, I'm just trying to keep being me. Show you guys my life, my kids. Some people think I'm interesting, so working on continuing that. Just heard the little footsteps of pitter-pattering feet. Bump, 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 bump upstairs. They're supposed to be asleep because it is very close to 10 o'clock. Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. Waking them kids up. Let's see. Do I know anything about Julie? I don't. I mean, I hope that she's well. Julie Chen is awesome. She's so cool. She's fierce and flawless. I mean, I get there's makeup artists and stylists, but the bitch is fierce. 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 What's that?
Never mind. You just keep going.
She is. Wonderful. It hasn't been renewed, huh? It was renewed. I don't know. Do I know if Crowder's related to Tyler? I don't. That would be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, any casting tips? Yeah, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't be anybody else. Be you. Be you entirely. Be you authentically. Be the you that you are when no one else is around. Toenail biting and all. Ew. I can't believe I did that. I mean, I can believe that I did that, but I can't believe that I forgot about that. It's like, ew. Ew. Gross. Oh, I know what I'll talk about for the last 10 minutes. I'm going to talk about a picture of me digging in my ass on that came up on I don't know where. Let's see. Where was that? Let's see. Probably Reddit, or they pulled it up on Facebook. I think I seen it on Twitter. I am going to let you all know that in 2011, I had a major car accident. I was T-boned. I broke my hip, my pelvis, and my sacrum, which is, you know, you're like, basically I broke my whole ass. So around my moon time, my mensing, my period, my back throbs. And my friends are massage therapists. Valley's a massage therapist. Jennifer's a massage therapist. Jessica Rabbit's a massage therapist. Alex is a massage therapist. Every single one of them says that I need to massage out they call it the crunchies, but it's like it's scar tissue, and it really like hurts and throbs. So a picture of me that really I was just actually massaging the pain out. I was bed rested for 8 months. Aradia says she fondly remembers that because I was stuck in bed and she got to just cuddle with me all the time. But I was hopped up on so many pain pills. They were clean breaks, so I didn't have to have any kind of like metal put in or anything, which is great. But bad breaks. 8 months, no walking. Had to have a physical therapist. He said I was his youngest hip break patient ever. It was more a geriatric injury. So, yeah, I couldn't walk. I had a bedpan. It was so humbling. It was so, I can't even, like, it was terrible. I had to have people babysit me, adults come over and sit with me. I had to have 24-hour care. It was fucked up. There's really no, it was terrible. Yeah, it was bad. We had like a whole setup. And it was bad, but I mean, I'm fine now. I walk. I had a baby, 2 babies after. Avalon, actually, I think the only reason Avalon even exists is because my first husband and I were so excited that I could walk that we ended up doing a bit more than walking. But ew. But that, I mean, that's really like, because we weren't anyway. So I think that's, and then I had Isaac years after that. So what is broken can be fixed. Our human body is amazing, and that's a pretty crazy thing that happens. But that is, now you know the story of, if you ever saw that picture or you can find it. That's
to you, Shay.
Oh, chocolate milk. That is exactly why that happened. And hey, you know, I was healthy enough to go on a reality show and try and compete, rather unsuccessfully. But now we've talked about, you know, calling house guests out, or really accepting our own responsibilities, breaking asses. I think that's a well-rounded conversation. Yes, he had the chocolate milk. So tune in next week. Hit the subscribe button. That would be cool. Send me a message. And until then, I'll be thinking about all y'all. Ariana's going to be here. That's really exciting. And that's about it, I guess. So thank you. Bye. Love you. Mwah. All right.